Amen. Let us welcome Bruce Henry to the stage.
I've been so many places in my life and time. I've sung a lot of songs. I've made some bad runs. I've acted out my life on stages with 10,000 people watching. We're alone now, and I'm singing this song to you. I know your image of me is what I hope to be. I've treated you unkindly, darling, can't you see? There's no one more important to me, baby, can't you see through me? 'Cause we're alone now, and I'm singing this song to you. You taught me precious secrets of a true love holding nothing. You came out in front when I was hiding. Oh, and now I'm so much better. And if my words don't come together, listen to my melody, 'cause my love is in there hiding. I love you in a place where there is no space or time. I love you for my life, darling, you are a friend of mine. And when my life is over, remember when we were together, and we were alone, and I was singing my song for you. I love you in a place where there is no space or time. I love you for my life, baby, friend of mine. When this life is over, remember when we were together, and we were alone, and I was singing my song to you. We were alone, and I was singing my only song to you. We were alone, and I was singing my song for nobody but you. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Bruce Henry, everyone, and the Peter Pozak Quartet. Oh my goodness, what a blessing to have this wonderful music. Yes, yes. So it is a beautiful day. Top that one, huh? I don't know. So good morning, everyone. It is such a blessing to be here with you today, to see you all. Hey there, how are you, Christine? Good to see you. Yeah, so we have a great service today ahead. We are in the throes of the Lord's Prayer, and we're at the very conclusion of it. And there's just so much happening, so many beautiful thoughts today. We have a very special someone here who has stepped up in every way, shape, and form. That person is the co-chair of our welcome team, and it is her birthday. Let's give Carol a happy birthday. Yeah. 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 Is it Rose's birthday? It is Joy's birthday too. Well, let's give Joy a hand. Yeah. Great day to be born, y'all. So we have completed our metaphysics class. We have 5 weeks of wonderful talks and discussions. Let us give our metaphysics class attendees a hand. Thank you all for being involved. Yeah, stepped up in a great way. It is Father's Day, everyone. Where are our fathers? Stand up, fathers. Let us stand up. Stand up, fathers. Let's give them. Thank you for the beauty you have brought into our world. Yes, yes. I just love the idea of Father's Day. So, a young man, he just received his driving permit, and he went to his father, who was a minister, and he asked him if they could have a discussion about the car. I've had that discussion myself a few times. And the father pulled him into his study and said, I'll make a deal with you. If you bring your grades up, if you study the Bible, and you get a haircut, we'll talk about it. After about a month, the young man came back to the father and said, can we discuss the car now? Again, the father took him into the study, said, I'm very proud of you. You brought your grades up. You've been studying the Bible diligently, but you haven't gotten a haircut. The son, he thought about it for a while, and he replied, I know, but you know, Samson had long hair. Moses had long hair. Noah had long hair. And even Jesus had long hair. To which the father said, you're right, but they walked everywhere they went. Hey guys, it is what it is, right? Yes, yes. So we're in the throes of the Lord's Prayer, and this is our last week talking about the Lord's Prayer. And we're going to put it all together today so that we're able to walk with it in our daily lives. The Lord's Prayer is a wonderful prayer, and very few who have actually used the Lord's Prayer have really examined its meaning. This prayer given to us by Jesus contains some of the most beautiful and inspiring and helpful ideas we could ever imagine. This prayer reminds us of some great truths about ourselves and our relationship with God. It reminds us of the tremendous unlimited potential that is within us that many of us have yet to realize. And contemplating these ideas will help us grow in our spiritual awareness so that God can do more through us. Now, we've been talking about this for the past weeks. The words Our Father represent the creative capacity within every individual. It is a reminder that of the close, intimate relationship that is possible with God, a relationship in which depends on God totally to fulfill our needs. Eric Butterworth, he says, our Father is the orientation that declares our unity with God at the outset. It declares our connection with God the moment we decide to say it and go within with it. Many times we look to the outer world, to someone or something to fulfill our needs. But it's only when we make the inner contact that we'll find the outer fulfillment. Are you with me? Who art in heaven. In the original Greek text, the word heaven was actually meant Uranus, or it literally translated as expansion. It means increasing, spreading out, multiplying. Increasing, spreading out, multiplying. So then, heaven, in terms of the way Jesus used it, it had nothing to do with some place in the sky or some reward that we receive after life. Heaven is the expanding potential or spirit within you, wrapped in your human nature. When we are in tune with God and in harmony with universal law, we are in heaven. We are in a peaceful, powerful, masterful state of consciousness and experience. Hallowed be thy name. You know, hallowed means the same as holy, whole, wholesome, heal, and healed. So you see, the true nature of God is not something that we merely see worthy of our veneration. It is complete and perfect all together. When we allow ourselves to come into a consciousness of God's power working in and through us, we can see that there's a connection. There's a beauty in it. We get to consciously acknowledge, accept, and believe that God is all powerful and come into our truth, into our own being. In this way, we open up the gates for perfect health, wholeness, and well-being of spirit. Remind yourself of your identity each day. Hallowed be thy name. Holy be thy name. Whole be thy name. Healed be thy name. As we've learned in our metaphysics class, to meditate on these truths is the greatest thing we can do. Thy kingdom come. Thy kingdom come in Aramaic, it actually means let it come, the kingdom of you. Let it come, the kingdom of you. Who can tell me where the kingdom of heaven is? It's within, right? So I would beg to say that everyone watching us on YouTube or on the internet, everyone in the last 24 hours has lost consciousness of God in their minds and in their consciousness. Why is it? Why is it that we can't multitask when it comes to God? Why is it that we can't walk and chew bubblegum at the same time when it comes to God? I mean, this was a great piece of sharing from Jesus at the Sermon on the Mount. We have to remain conscious of the Spirit of God working within us if we're going to make this dash, this spiritual essence come into light. The coming of the kingdom is the beginning and consciousness of the inner presence of God. It is when our inner eyes and ears are open to the great truth about God and about life. When we have this awakening of our inner kingdom, when we hold to the consciousness of the presence of God, everything comes into order. Every condition of lack and limitation is fulfilled. Every problem that seems like a mountain is overcome. Our lives are straightened out in the truth. So awaken to the presence of God within you. Let it come, the kingdom of you. Thy will be done. If we are to come into the expression, to the knowing of the good will of God, then we have to be willing to put aside the personal will, the ambition, and the personal goals, and allow ourselves to become totally open and receptive to the guidance of God. Personal goals are always limited, so we should give them up for God's spiritual goals in our life. If we are able to say, as Jesus said, and stand in the truth that not my will, but thy will be done, then we will have unlimited goals and opportunities to express in life. Goals and opportunities that we could never dream up or imagine. So express God's will, not my will, but thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. This portion of the prayer is simply saying that we have to take everything in our lives and bring it into harmony with spirit. We have to meet every problem and challenge and seeming difficulty with truth principles. When we are able to bring bring those worldly issues into bear, we learn to let love through, to let peace through, to let righteousness through, to let joy through, to let hope through. As forgiveness and overcoming evil with good. We have to always remind ourselves of the word of Dr. King. Let us remember that there's a creative force in this universe working to bring down to pull down the gigantic mountains of evil, a power that is able to make a way out of no way and transform dark yesterdays into bright tomorrows. You have to come into an understanding of our truth. Are you with me? Yes. What is next? Yeah. What's the next one? Someone tell me. That was on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our, oh boy, I'm telling you, you're a tough crowd today. Bruce, did you find them to be this tough? Yeah. Give us this day our daily bread. Our daily bread is the daily inspiration that we receive in our time of meditation. Our daily bread is the spiritual ideas and guidance and wisdom that comes directly from the Spirit dwelling within us. When we allow ourselves to express our inner guidance, our inner wisdom, the outer supply and fulfillment is manifested as they are needed. We have to come into an understanding that this portion of the prayer is simply encouraging us to let go of the lack and limited beliefs, to let go of the thoughts that there is not enough out here in the universe, to come into a state of faith and expectation. Can you do that with me? Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. This particular portion of the prayer is simply indicative of the law of cause and effect. As you sow, so shall you reap. Give and you shall receive. Knock and the door will be opened. Forgive and be forgiven. God doesn't need forgiveness as some special act. God is love. God cannot forgive because there is nothing in God but love. In love is the power of washing away any transgression. And so through love, we can forgive and render evil into good. Many times we are often bound by inner conflicts that are pools of unforgiveness, and they need healing from us. And that is the moment that we have to kick into the law of cause and effect. Release, and you are released. Forgive, and you are forgiven. Love, and you are loved. In this way, God forgives our debts. And lead us not into temptation. This is a misleading and totally erroneous translation of the text. In A Course in Miracles, it says, let us not wander into temptation, for the temptation of the Son of God is not your will. As children of God, temptation is not your will. God would never lead us into temptation. Light cannot lead us into darkness. Spirit knows us. It knows where we are in consciousness, and it knows what we need in order to experience growth. God is always leading us further into the light, never into test, trials, and temptation. Are you with me? But deliver us from evil. The more accurate way of saying this comes from the Aramaic version. It says, thou art our preservation in confusion. Boy, and some of us need a lot of preservation. This says that God would never fail us or forsake us. Sometimes in our humanness, we look outside of ourselves for the answers. And in this way, we are using God's power in negative ways. We don't want to be delivered from God's power, from the use of God's power. We want to be delivered from the negativity that derives from lack and limited beliefs. We want to be delivered from the rumors and the gossip and the complaining. The rumors and the gossip and complaining. Just imagine how much energy we soak up with rumors and gossip and complaining. This is not happening right. That is not happening right. The stairs need to be changed. Someone needs to sweep the floor. We need more transparency. You're wrong, and you're wrong, and you're wrong, and they're wrong, and everyone's wrong. How much energy does that take up? I mean, even coming off my lips, it has a sour taste. It's like yuck. And people say it all the time. We have to come into a new understanding. You are a star. You are the Christ. You are light. You are love. You are the beingness of spirit. Doesn't that sound more beautiful and energetic? Yes. So when someone comes to you complaining, you look at them and say, no, get thee behind me. That is not God's will for me. We have to allow ourselves to be delivered from the fear, the doubt, the ignorance, the error, and the prejudice. We have to allow ourselves to be delivered from the resistance to change. We have to come into a new way of thinking, allowing ourselves to come into a spirit-driven and immediate source of answers and realization to all the problems, difficulties, and challenges we face. We have to allow ourselves to let go, to not stand on negativity, but stand on truth. Allow ourselves to be delivered from ourselves in most cases. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. 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 So this part of the prayer was never really a part of it. It was never really introduced. It is there. It's been added for liturgical purposes. It is true that this is a very beautiful ending to the prayer, one that encourages humility in allowing us and in suggesting that God is our power of achievement and our glory of accomplishment. God is always our source of being, always there. God is the Alpha and the Omega. So if we're going to put our Father at the beginning, then we need to add our Father at the end. The amen, it doesn't mean I will hope for. Rather, it means, and so it is. It is complete. It is final. It is finished. It is now. We have to allow ourselves to begin to see that this Lord's Prayer can work into every aspect of our lives. And we can use them individually or we can use it all together. But the main thing that we must do is begin using it. Come into an understanding of who you truly are. Call out your name as hallowed. See the kingdom working within you. Let go of the idea of indebtedness. Allow your daily bread to come forth because it is there. It is yours. Consider the lilies of the field. If they are taken care of, then so are we. Allow yourself to come into this understanding that there is no temptation working in your life. Temptation comes from some other source, and it does not affect us. And be delivered from yourself, from the ideas, from the negativity, from the challenges. Yes, many of us grew up in households that may have been negative. Some of us had to deal with some negativity in our lives. But as spiritual beings, you have no excuse today for having that kind of mentality, that kind of consciousness. So let it go. Allow yourself to come into the freshness and the love of spirit. And as you do that, the gifts and reward of God will always flow in and through you, and you will claim it in the name and in the power of a living spirit. Are you willing to do this with me today?
Yes.
Are you willing to use the Lord's Prayer as your gift?
Yes.
Well, then thank you so much, everyone, and God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Bruce Henry, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, amen, and welcome back, Bruce Henry.
Happy Father's Day, everyone. Okay. I'd like to dedicate this song to my dad, who, if you've heard and seen me before, you know he meant the world to me. And he taught me so many things about being a man and being a spiritual man. He also taught me how to walk the streets of South Side of Chicago. And to tell a joke every now and then. And to sing. What can I say? Parore vaya, parore de ore are pare parore. If there was ever a man who was generous, gracious, and good, that was my dad the man. A human being so pure, he could live like a king, 'cause he knew the real treasures in life to be devoted to and always stand by me, so I'd be unafraid and free. If there was ever a man who was generous, gracious, and good, that was my dad the man. A human being so pure, he could live like a king, 'cause he knew the real treasures in life he was devoted to and always stood by me, so I'd be unafraid and free.
If there was ever a man generous, gracious, and good, that was my dad, my dad, my dad, the man. A human being so pure he could live his life as a king just because he knew the real treasures in life he was devoted to, and he always took the time to stand by me, so I'd be unafraid and free, so free. My dad stood tall when his back was against the wall. My dad, yes, so strong, so free. My dad, the man, so strong, so free. My dad, the man, so strong, so free. My dad, the man, taught me how to take a stand, taught me how to be a man, taught me how to be real, taught me how to be so strong, so free. My dad, the man, so strong, so free. My dad, the man, so strong, so free. My dad, the man. That was my dad, the man, singing a song for my father today, singing a song for all the fathers in the land. Ooh.
Yes, yes. Oh my God. Yeah. I wish I had a little bit of that. Beep, bop, dee, 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 dee. Jeez, boy. You guys don't want to get me started. So, we've come to that time where we open our hearts to give. We want to send out special blessings into our world. And this is our way of doing it. We send out blessings to all those experiencing Pride Month this month. What a great opportunity for everyone to come together for human justice and rights. Send blessings out to all those who are volunteering and serving here at our church, those who are taking classes and standing in their truth. Send blessings out into our community, seeing all being made well, waiting on the sunshine. So let us take a moment and say our offertory blessing together. Divine love, richly flowing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful for the blessings of this day. I am grateful for the blessings on the way. And so it is.
All right, please join me. This is Karen Drucker's I Send My Love. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. Sing about joy. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. Sing about power. I send my power over the mountains. I send my power over the seas. I send my power into the heavens, and it returns to me. One more time, let's sing about peace. I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and peace returns to me.
So now we take the opportunity to send out our love, to send out our peace, to send out our blessings. We simply open the way now for our gifts to go forth into the perfect work. We say, Mother, Father, everything, God, thank you for these gifts that we receive today. We know they come from those who love you and who are open and receptive to doing your will. We ask that you take these gifts, take them in any way and send them forth in any way you see fit, returning them back to the giver 100-fold, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Repeat after me. I am a child of God.
I am a child of God.
I am awake to my good.
I am awake to my good.
I am blessed and highly favored.
I am blessed and highly favored.
Yea, God.
Yea, God.
Amen. Thank you.
And now I want to welcome up Gretchen as we acknowledge our flowers that are generously donated today by Ralph Lippert. His dedication reads, "These flowers are to honor my wife Nina, who made her transition with God in 2018. We would have been married 65 years today. God blessed me. God blessed me with a special woman. She made my world a happy place. I miss her a lot." And I'll say we do too. May we honor her.
This is Ralph and Nina's song from their wedding. Kiss me once and kiss me twice and kiss me once again. It's been a long, long time. Sing along if you know it. Haven't felt like this, my dear, since can't remember when. It's been a long, long time. You'll never know how many dreams I dreamed about you, or just how empty they all seem without you. So kiss me once and kiss me twice, kiss me once again. It's been a long, long time. We love you, Ralph.
What a wonderful tribute. And let's honor Ralph and his family today. We thank Ralph, and we also thank Nita's presence here. We honor them all, and we say a special happy Father's Day to you today, Ralph. And you can have your own special moment like that by making a flower donation. Other dates are available, so sign up in the Sunshine Gallery for your special event. And now it's time to welcome all of our new visitors. We want to thank you for choosing to be with us today and for experiencing this Celebration Sunday here. So if you're new here, or if you're returning after having been away for a while, please raise your hand high with me as we welcome you and honor you for being with us today. A member of the welcome team is giving you a gift and asking that you complete a card and return so that you may be able to receive another gift at the conclusion of this service in the Sunshine Gallery to the left. I'll also mention that the pet ministry is here every Sunday with pets in need of forever or foster homes. We offer a fundraising treat table downstairs, and we also want to thank, if you'll walk around, we want to thank all of the members of the welcome team for honoring us today. So please see Carol or a member of the welcome team to learn more about how you can take in a pet or otherwise support this wonderful ministry. I also want to invite Carol Brewer, who is going to bring us a special message.
Thank you. Happy Father's Day. I am co-chair along with Michael Surgeon of the Welcome Team. And in 2 weeks from today, so Sunday, June 30th, we will have another Coffee with the Minister. And I am asking you to anyone who is new, who has been here for maybe the last year or so, new-ish, would please come to our reception after the service. And if you are, a regular at this church, but if you would like to bring a friend that day, I definitely encourage you, because that is a great opportunity for you to introduce your friends to this church. It's a great time after service. They get to meet the Reverend, and we have some really good food. Tablescapes Rentals are sponsoring this event, and they're yes, it's very nice. They are donating tables, and we have lots of good food and information, I think, is the best. Information about classes, information about how to get involved, and just a lot of sharing with each other. So thank you. So 2 weeks from today, please bring your friends that have not been here before. It's a great, great way to show them our church. Thank you.
We want to say thanks again to Carol and the welcome team for all the work they do, and to wish her a happy birthday. Okay, this is the last chance. Visit a table downstairs today and sign up for Unity's Great America outing, which is June 17th, tomorrow. Our summer class series starts with astrologer Therese Murphy, who's going to be returning with a dynamic and empowering discussion on Thursday, June 20th, this week, from 7 to 8:30. You'll be pleased with how accessible she makes astrology for you to tap into and use in your own life. There's also a vision board activity and dinner as a fundraiser for our youth on Wednesday, June 26th from 6 to 8 p.m. So please join us then next Wednesday, not the coming Wednesday. And just a reminder to be here in 2 weeks to join Reverend Parker and the welcome team in the Sunshine Gallery for all of the new visitors to Unity. And now we want more music from Bruce Henry. Let's welcome him.
My job is to invite you to get on your feet if you want to. You can clap your hands, you can do what you want to. Oh yeah, listen. You're the future, and you've come for what is yours. The hidden treasure locked behind the hidden doors, and the promise of a day that's shining new. Only a dreamer could afford this point of view, yeah. But you're a driver, not a passenger in life. And if you're ready, you don't have to try, 'cause you are the universe. And there ain't nothing you can do. If you conceive it, you will achieve it. That's why I believe in you, yes I do. You're a winner, Oh, so do what you came here for. The secret weapon, it isn't a secret anymore. You're a driver, never a passenger in life. So if you're ready, you don't have to try, 'cause all the universe, and there ain't nothing you can't do. If you conceive it, you can achieve it. That's why I believe in you. Say it one more time, y'all. You are the universe, and there ain't nothing you can do. If you conceive it, you can achieve it. That's why I believe in you. Come on, man. Well, yeah. You're a driver, not a passenger in life. And if you're ready, you don't have to try, 'cause you are the universe, and there ain't nothing you can do. If you conceive it, you can achieve it. That's why I believe it. Let me hear you say you are, y'all. Oh yeah. And there ain't nothing you can do. If you conceive it, you can achieve it. That's why I believe in you. Yes, I do. You are the universe, and there ain't nothing you can do. If you conceive it, you can achieve it. That's why. But one more time, I promise y'all. Come on, y'all. Oh yeah, and there ain't nothing you can do. If you conceive it, you can achieve it. That's why I believe in you. Oh yeah, you are the universe, and there's nothing you can't achieve. If you conceive it, you can achieve it. That's why I believe in you. Say it one last time.
Thank you. Stay on your feet. Thank you again, Bruce Henry. Thank you also, Gretchen Goodrich. And now let's weave ourselves home.
Weave us together. Weave us together in unity and love. Weave us together. Weave us together, together, and let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. Family all are we. Let me walk with my family in perfect harmony.
surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Yay, God! Yay, us!